I like to thank my terrible childhood and the academy in that order. I like to thank my veterinarian, I meant wife, Susan Downey over there. She found me a snarling rescue pet, and you loved me back to life. That's why I'm here. Let me tell you something. Here's my little secret. I needed this job more than it needed me. Chris knew it. Emma made sure that she surrounded me with one of the great cast and crews of all time. Emily, Killian. It was fantastic. And I stand here because you made me a better man because of it. What we do is meaningful, and the stuff that we decide to make is important.
I love how beautiful that was, but where is that from? I don't know.
That was from tonight's Robert Downey Jr. accepting his Best Supporting Oscar award.
Oh, tonight already. It's already been thus far done. Wow.
Yes.
So
probably halfway done.
Okay. Do you think we'll get
Another
live
2
updates
hours of
or
Oscars.
are we gonna get live updates or is that gonna be?
I'll keep you up to date, baby.
Okay.
I'll keep you up to date.
Okay. All right. Well, so I think that's pretty sweet. That's nice. But anyways, we have a elephant in the room. We're on the screen, and that's pretty incredible.
Are we?
Yes, we can see you. This is our face reveal, even though 40 episodes ago we already revealed our faces. And actually, we had already
My face.
revealed our faces
My face.
once before that when we waxed Brian's chest. So, but anyways, hopefully this becomes a regular thing where you can see us from now on. We're going to try our best. I know it's a little bit fuzzy, but, you know, we're still working out those kinks and whatnot. But,
Shout out to all the fuzzy people out there.
Fuzzy! Get it on, Fuzzy! Speaking of, if you don't know who we are, let's go ahead and do the introductions. We've got Brian in this corner.
Oscars 2024. Woo!
We've got KT down below.
Oscars 2024. Who cares?
And I'm Ileana, your host. I was about to conclude us. Oh my gosh. Whoops. And we are siblings who have a love for all things nerdy, movies, video games, TV shows, all things of that sort, and decide to talk about it here on the internet with all of you people, and here you are listening. So, welcome! We've got quite a show for you guys tonight. Not only can you see our faces, but we finally get to talk about episode 3 of Avatar the Last Airbender Netflix TV show. So that's something. Has it been as painful for you guys as it has been for me to shut it off after the next episode's about to start?
Yeah.
It is a test of my Christian
actually,
faith.
Yeah, it is painful because I just want to see what's going to happen next and how they're going to portray everything. But we'll get into that in the chunk. For now, let's go through the news, okay? And this one is so random and so like, what the buns, okay? Why is Mike Tyson fighting Jake Paul of all people? Oh my
I'm
word.
glad.
It'll make
I'm
money.
glad. I hope
it'll
he
make
beats
money.
the crap out of him.
He's gonna. Are you kidding
I
me?
hope so. If Jake Paul beats Mike Tyson,
Listen, Jake Paul. You messing with Mike Tyson. And I'm gonna tell you something right now,
I'm the
okay? You
heavyweight
better
champion
watch
of the
yourself.
world, like
I'm
20
the
times.
heavyweight champion of the world. Okay? This is my favorite part. Okay.
Yeah, no.
I
Gonna
can
cream that
feel
guy.
He's gonna wash the floor with his face and that mop of
I
hair
hope
that he
so.
has on his head. Okay?
I hope so.
That disgusting blonde yucky.
Ferret.
But there's
Yucky.
gonna make so much. Netflix is gonna make so much.
Yes, I'm sorry, I didn't even read the whole thing. Boxing legend Mike Tyson is to set fight. Oh my gosh, I can't read.
Then right.
Is set to fight YouTube dummy head. I like that you wrote that, Katie. Jake Paul in the ring. The fight is to be aired, of all places, on Netflix. So
Netflix is making bank now, man.
But okay, so this is where YouTube is going to be at a loss. They make a lot of money from those fights airing on YouTube or some random website that they have.
No, what's wrong with you? What don't you know any? Nobody watches boxing on YouTube. It's pay-per-view.
No, it's pay-per-view.
That's all
Well,
PPV.
pay-per-view, but
yeah.
they've also used YouTube Live for that. Now Netflix doesn't
not
have
for
a live
something
thing.
like this. not for something like this. But Netflix has been, the past few years, they've been making big waves into the sports world. They've done the football, they've done the soccer,
Right, but
they've
this isn't
done
gonna
the
be
racing, golf. It is live. It's a live event streaming on Netflix.
But Netflix hasn't done anything like that before, so is it gonna work?
Yeah, why wouldn't it?
It will work.
It works
They're
on
putting
every
money into
other
it.
streaming platform.
Yeah.
So I guess then, what does this mean for Netflix? Are they gonna start doing like live television from now on, or what?
Depends on
Just
how
live
well
events.
this does, I guess.
Maybe just events. That's as far as, things that, I mean, Amazon's already doing football games,
Yeah.
NFL
Yeah.
games. This is Netflix trying to get maybe into that live event world. Watch them eventually. They could be doing live concerts. That could be the next thing too. Right after that.
Yeah.
Well,
now that you said that
musical
Prime
acts.
does it, that makes sense to me. I'm like, okay, it's doable. And YouTube TV has their thing, it's live. I'm like, are we going to be watching the Olympics live now? Like, that would be super cool. The Summer Olympics, watch live on Netflix.
At an additional fee.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's NBC. NBC has full rights on the Olympics.
Okay.
So they stream that on whatever
Peacock.
Peacock.
The Great British Baking Show, all right, season finale live.
Oh yeah.
They wouldn't do that because they have such good editors for like post-production. So they wouldn't do it. But
Not anymore.
whatever. So are we going to be, is Bump That going to be there for this Jake Paul fight?
Yes.
Yes.
I
No
want
way.
to see him public.
No way. No shot y'all are going to be there. You're going to be watching it.
First of all, I love boxing.
Ringside, bro.
Okay.
In Vegas.
Stop.
No, but yeah, I'm
Stop.
gonna watch it definitely.
No, I will not. Okay, Bump That.
I will
Why
have
not?
my
If you
giant
already
bucket
pay
of
for
popcorn.
Netflix, why wouldn't you just throw it on and just be like, because this is because you know what? It's a hot new thing. We're gonna watch this fight on Netflix. Mike Tyson, this white kid, he's not loved. He's tolerated. So he's
I don't
gonna
even-
people
Not
will
even
watch just to
tolerated.
tune in.
But yeah, I guess people would watch just to watch him get his face smashed in.
Just
That's
to
what
watch
I'm paying
somebody
for.
get beat down.
I'm like, why?
'Cause
get
remember,
in the
on
ring with
pay-per-view-
the guy who's bitten off someone's ear, or ripped it off. Or
Evander
That was a long
Holyfield's
time
ear.
ago.
something.
That was a
Whatever.
long time
He
ago.
still
man.
did it.
That was 30 years ago.
And if I was
Anyways,
getting in the ring with Jake Paul, I'd want to rip off his ears.
The thing is, it's kind of, at this point, like pay-per-view back in the day for boxing, it was like you got to pay $49.99 to watch
that's
it,
insane.
or through HBO, And now, as far as we know, Netflix isn't charging. If you're a Netflix subscriber already, you're already gonna have access to it. So it's
Right.
like, why the heck not just put it on? And there'll probably be a lot of. It'll be a fun thing. You don't have to put it on pay-per-view. Just
Ooh.
watch it.
Y'all can get some popcorn for that one. Let me know how it goes. I probably will not be
will.
watching.
I
But anyways, something that we will be watching, okay, hopefully, is Inside Out 2. All right, we just had a new trailer drop out. What did y'all think?
I like it. I'm a little
Yeah, I'm with Brian.
conscientious of things, and I'm gonna keep it to myself what I'm conscientious of. However, I think it'll be good.
I don't think it will be
Wait a minute.
bad. I
Why?
don't know if it'll
Why are
be
you gonna?
great.
Why are you gonna throw that out there? Like, I'm a little conscientious, but I'm gonna keep it to myself.
I will.
What are you
keep
conscientious about?
No, I'll keep it to myself, and if the need arises, we'll revisit it. But
All right,
yeah.
Ileana, make a note that
Katie.
Sister Katie, is withholding information from the
Damn.
podcast, and that
can't
whenever this
spell
comes back, we need to bring this up
conscientious.
and be like, what were you withholding that we asked you flat out, and you pled the fifth on?
I couldn't spell conscientious. I'm sorry.
Alexa, how do you spell conscientious?
Oh, that's the one that's con science. Got it.
Yo, Alexa, speak up, bruh.
Okay.
I can't even hear you, dog.
I don't even know what I was writing. But anyways, I don't think it will be bad. Okay. I think what you said is it will be good. It's not gonna be great. It's not gonna be bad. It's just gonna be. It's a movie.
Who's directing it? Who directed it?
I'm not sure.
Is it the same guy? Is it Pete Docter?
I think so. Let's see. No, I'm incorrect. Kelsey Mann. A Mayan.
I'm out.
Kelsey Mann.
He
Forget
said,
about
I'm
it.
out. No thanks. That's funny. Why?
Kelsey Mann. Yeah, why do you distrust...
Why am I out?
Yeah, why are you out, man?
Look. We've been through this, all right? The original guys at Pixar, that was their studio, okay?
Yeah.
All those films, those original films from the original guys, you know, the trust fund guys at Pixar, the guys that created it, it was all them. All those films were just part of their personalities, and now there's even Brad Bird, who wasn't part of the original crew, he was still part of that generation of filmmakers, and that came from the Pixar animation, all that.
Yeah.
Now they have all these new kids in there, and look at the track record of all the new people that they maybe worked their way up way back when in the beginning of Pixar, but it's just a whole different vision. And it's just not, it just doesn't jive. Even though Pete Docter's there and...
No, I'm with you because you
mean-
look at the recent films. They're good movies, okay, but they're not the great movies that we once held so dear, like the Finding Nemo's, the Incredibles, the Toy Stories, blah blah blah. So, you know, I just don't know where these movies are going to be going. Hopefully, they start to get new. I mean, Disney is already seeing that it's not working. They already had Bob Iger, whatever his name said. Is it I? What? How do you say his last
Iger.
name?
I-G-E-R.
Yeah.
I-G-E-R.
Saying, hey, we're gonna take a step back. I'm hoping that Pixar gets the same treatment, that they're saying like, yo, our movies are not what they used to be, and it's a bad thing. It's not going well for us. So let's take a step back. Let's look at our directors. Let's look at our animators, yada yada, our story, whatever, and maybe we're gonna get a different round. I'm saying like maybe 2, 3 years, 5 years from now, it'll start to get that real good change. Because I think these movies,
Can they wait that long?
they're already working on them. They can't stop production of the movies that are already coming out. So they're going to take some time. Right now, they're probably sifting through all this stuff, but they still have to be making money. So they're still going to be popping out some stuff. Popping it out.
I foresee them downsizing a lot. Like, a lot.
Which they already have.
Yeah,
Across
but
the
even
board, a lot of
like
places
it continues,
are.
and if this movie is not successful or if it doesn't meet customer satisfaction, that's it.
Right. I think it will meet the box office numbers, but I don't know if it will have that
know.
same as the first one did. Whatever.
If I don't cry,
Historically,
then,
Historically on this podcast, we've said before when we talk, because we have a whole history talking about Pixar. We said the last and best film that Pixar put out was Inside Out. That was
yes.
before it all. That was before the downside came.
Before it all
There's been
went
some good films, but the last great film that Pixar did was Inside Out. That was the last one they did. Will they regain that level? Remains to be seen.
Yeah. The only time will tell. But
And I don't have a lot of faith in it.
also the quick throw out, Kung Fu Panda 4 has also released. I think this past weekend. Not this weekend. Was it this weekend?
Yes.
Okay, this weekend.
Yes.
So far, reviews that I've been hearing are not great, unfortunately. They're very meh. Have any of you guys seen it yet?
not yet. In fact, I forgot it was coming out this weekend.
Yeah, I think a lot of people did.
It
fell
did
under the radar.
decently well. It made like 46 million at the box office.
That's not great.
See, I wouldn't think that's great. We were talking about box office numbers last week. That doesn't sound great to me.
That one doesn't.
Especially in
sound
the U.S. No.
You know, the thing
But
is
for an
too
animated
is that
movie like Kung Fu Panda, which always
Yeah.
does really well, that's not good.
there's no other kids films really in theaters right now. There's nothing.
Yeah.
And you would think that maybe if they had released it closer to Easter, I think maybe it would have done well, but
Yeah.
there's nothing for kids to go see in theaters right now. It's just dead.
Can
So
I
it's
please
Give us
put a
Paw
pause
Patrol
in that
too.
really quick? Speaking of nothing for kids to watch, this comes from CNN. What? About an hour ago. John Cena gives out costume design Oscar in his birthday suit. He is
Yeah, we saw
literally
that. I heard. Yeah,
naked.
it was awesome. It was the best one
What?
of the Oscars. No, it was good. It was really well done. Watch it. You haven't even seen it. It was actually really well done.
Why is
It was-
he
he
Why
wasn't-
is he like that at all?
Oh my gosh, because
Whoa,
he's
whoa,
John
whoa, whoa.
Cena. Have you seen this
That
guy?
doesn't
This guy is
matter. Oh, that makes me
yoked.
angry.
Wait, okay.
It's not.
How
You don't even know the
revealing?
context.
How
I don't
revealing?
need context when I'm literally looking at this picture.
How revealing.
His no-no
No, you
square
don't
is
see
covered
his-
with a
Look.
big letter, like piece of paper.
All right, look.
Hard.
So here's the joke.
Oh.
Here's the joke. You should just watch the clip, but I'm gonna tell you what happened. So back in the '60s, a long time ago in a galaxy far away called the 1960s, during the Oscars, a streaker ran onto the stage during the telecast. Okay, and they kind of wanted to play like a homage to that. So John Cena was like, I don't know, I should really go out there, guys. You know, this is a high class event. You know, a lot of society people here. They're like, come on. So he's just holding out the
Doing it
card.
as a joke.
Right where, yeah, it's just a joke. It's not like serious. And he's like, you know what? We really need to honor the people that make costumes, because you know what? Without costumes, you're just kind of, you know,
A
an
naked
eggplant
guy.
out there. So
No,
yeah, so
I don't appreciate it.
It was
That's
well
stupid.
done.
Okay,
stupid.
you're probably the other pompous people out there who are like, oh, the Academy.
My thing is, and we've talked about this, like, in fact, last year. The Oscars are dying. Is this like some sort of publicity stunt for people to
Yes.
start watching it?
Yes.
John Cena ran into
No.
the. Is that what it takes? Are we
Yes.
running onto the?
Brian's
to
saying
the-
no. I'm saying yes. They're trying.
That is a
Okay,
yes.
I'm
That's
saying-
stupid.
I would. Go ahead.
I'm saying it's a joke and it's funny. It's an inside joke between those people, and I love that for them. But yes, of course, it is a publicity stunt. It gets people talking about the Oscars. Okay, I don't think the Will Smith slap was a publicity stunt. All right, that
No.
was not planned. That was crazy. But this gets them talking about it more positively, more funny, if anything. But I get where you're coming from, Katie, where it's like it's not classy. It's kind of blah. But I see it both ways, you know. I think it's a little trashy, but it's also funny. So
I'll put it to you this way. I've been watching the Oscars this evening, keeping up with it live here. A lot of the jokes. Who's the host guy again? What's his name? ABC news guy.
oh, I don't know that guy. I've seen his face, but I don't know him.
Yeah. Anyways, he's kind of a punk. A lot of his jokes were like,
I don't
splat.
like
They
him.
were
Every
horrible.
time I've watched him
He,
on
like-
late night, it's
He made
blah.
fun of. Yeah, he made fun of Downey Jr. to his face, and Downey Jr. was like, "Let's go, come on, can we keep this thing rolling?" Because it was really
Nice.
bad. But the John Cena bit was actually really fun. It was in good taste.
I'll take your
It
word
wasn't,
for it,
you know.
but me personally, that seems really stupid.
Katie, some of those award shows are starting to act like the E3 award shows that used to be going on.
no!
Where like they'd be talking about this new game that's coming out, and they're like commentating on stuff, and it's like the worst, most cringy conversations. Like people don't even know how to converse with one another or banter or something, and it's just really awkward.
Yikes.
That's what those are becoming, unfortunately.
Update.
Which I'm like, wait a second, y'all are actors. Act. You don't have
Yeah,
to be yourself.
fake it.
It's really
Please.
embarrassing.
Gosh.
Ah.
Best animated feature film. You ready? What do you think
The
it was?
Boy and the Heron. That's like happened
No.
like an hour ago, dog. You
Oh,
gotta
I
keep
was
up.
gonna
We
man.
haven't said it.
Teenage Kraken.
We have not said it. It was The Boy and the Heron.
Teenage Kraken. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my gosh.
I
Get
told
out.
you it was gonna be Boy and the Heron. No,
I hoped
duh.
it was Boy and the Heron.
No, duh. Anyways. All right, we got to keep moving on.
Yes,
Dune
we have a
2.
lot to talk about.
Dune 2, y'all. Dune 2. If you could see a movie in IMAX theater, this is the one.
Yeah.
Okay?
Nice.
This is the one. All right? I'm talking, this is watching Two Towers in theater. Okay? This is watching a Star Wars movie for the first time. Okay? It was that action-packed that even a sci-fi girly, okay, I'm not a sci-fi girly, that's what I'm saying. I'm a non-sci-fi girly. I don't really care for it.
But you are a fantasy girly.
I am a fantasy girly, and so I could jive with it a little bit. Hunter had to, get me on to some things. I was like, what is going on? Tell me the plot. What are these stories? He has read the books. He has watched the previous movies, whatever. And so I had just gotten caught
what a
up.
nerd.
I know. Gosh. But he got me caught up. I had just watched the first one for the second or third time or whatever. So I'm like, okay, I got it. The first one's kind of setting the scene and it's not as fun. The second one, this one that is out right now, is the one to see. I'm sitting there with my ears being blasted with IMAX Dolby sound or whatever it is.
Nice.
So cool. I felt so
Cool.
immersed
Yeah.
in the world, and I couldn't look away. All right, everything was so visually stunning to look at. Like, and I get this director is very artsy, and he has like this thing for clean lines and like almost symmetrical things in some points, but oh my gosh, the artistry, the cinematography, the acting. I was laughing actually at a few points. I was like, this is funny. But it just felt like this is what movies are, The people in the crowd, you could just feel them, like the intensity of what was happening. And you're like, oh shoot, Austin Butler? Bruh. Austin freaking Butler.
He's fantastic.
He did the thing, all right? Okay, we all give him like some crap for Elvis and whatever.
No, we don't. Who's doing that?
Some people in the YouTube community, dunk on him. They're kind of like, oh, what a joker. He couldn't get rid of his voice.
Because he stayed in character for 3 years.
Yeah,
That's
so they
the
were like,
bit, yeah.
No, this was awesome to watch him. I was like, ooh, he is like a psychopath. Super cool. Zendaya was great. Timothy was awesome. The entire cast, just came in at this movie and was like, we're gonna make something that makes movie watchers just happy to be a movie watcher again. That's all I got to say.
Cool. It did really well too. Yeah. box office.
Sandworms,
Second
dude.
week. Second
the
weekend.
worms. The worms.
All right, wait. New update. Your guys Ryan Gosling just performed "I'm Ken" with special guest Slash.
Oh
Just
wow.
rocking it out.
Because why not?
Slash.
At
Because
the
now,
Ken.
because it's highbrow stuff, man. We got Slash there now.
So random in my opinion. Maybe I just don't understand. But gosh, no, please. If you're gonna watch this movie, Dune 2, in theaters, do it in IMAX. Do it justice the way it was supposed to be watched. It's so cool. And sit in the back aisle, all right, so you can get everything. It was a little bit too intense at some point. I was like, those front aisle seaters are, ugh, that's rough. All right. Speaking of rough, this was a rough day for a lot of people across the world. Not even just like in America or in Japan. No, like worldwide, this was a rough news breakout, all right? And that is a horrible death. Okay, rip to Akira Toriyama, the creator of Dragon Ball, all right? Now that just hit so many people. I have seen everywhere on social media, people just saying how amazing this man was and how transformative his art was for their lives, and how heavy it feels that they lost this creator. So it's just sad.
Dragon Ball has sold 260 million copies worldwide.
Wow.
That's
Like,
insane.
it's we were the generation of the Dragon Ball, like when it came out, and it totally gripped everybody. Like even to this day, I love going to conventions and seeing people dressed up as Bulma or Goku or the old guy. What's his name? I can't remember.
Master Roshi.
Master Yoshi.
Yeah, I knew it was coming to me.
Oh, Roshi. Yeah.
So,
Smite you.
like even
Wait, is
to
it
this
Yoshi
day-
or Roshi?
Roshi.
Okay.
So Yoshi. So
Kame House for life, bro.
yeah, I saw a lot of artwork being attributed to him, not attributed, in tribute to him after his passing. He passed away at the age of 68, and that just seems so young. So that's really sad. So condolences, most definitely.
That hit me hard.
It hit everybody. Like our demographic, our age group, they were like, oh, another Dragon Ball. So that was hard. But a fun thing that everybody was able to celebrate today, actually, was Mario Day. So we have a Mario Day. If you don't know where that comes from, it's March 10th, and that spells out Mar-10 Mario. So we always celebrate that every year. Did anything special happen this year?
No,
Not
not
really.
really. I saw people getting like uber excited. I'm like, what are you excited for?
Yeah.
We got updates for things that we already knew about.
Yeah, like we
And,
saw
we're
Luigi's
getting-
Mansion 2, Paper Mario.
Yeah, all that happened was with those two games is we got release dates for them.
Right.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
another
And-
one. What was the third one that's coming out March?
It's Nintendo Online is giving out or is doing
Game Boy. Game
yeah,
Boy.
3 Game Boy games, Dr. Mario, and 2 other ones. And I'm like, those are already on the Switch Online,
Right.
just in different formats. And then
And
the
then
big
we got,
one,
Yeah, the Illumination Mario movie is getting a second one. So that was
which
the
we
big
already
news.
knew that, of course it is, and it's coming out as of
2026.
right now in 2026.
Yeah.
So I was not blown away, but at the same time, I knew I wasn't going to be because Nintendo's not going to do anything for the rest of the year.
No.
It's going to be
They're keeping quiet.
so quiet.
Just for the
like
Switch
radio
2?
silence.
Just Switch
Absolutely.
the Switch 2? Yeah.
So
Yeah,
the
just-
only things that we've got is like, oh, we're having
Yeah.
Princess Peach Showtime that's coming out on the
That
22nd.
glitchy game. Oh my
It's
god, laggy.
No, it's
Is
so
it glitchy?
It's so
It's
bad.
laggy. You can tell if you go back. I was
Oh,
telling Elena this earlier. If
no.
you watch the commercials or the ads with gameplay, you can see it there. It's laggy. And I'm like, oh my god, it's Pokemon again.
no.
So
Oh my
I
gosh.
played the
Oh,
demo over
man.
the weekend, and it is so the cut scenes, which should be smooth as butter. Okay, the cut scenes were like, I was like, oh no,
No way. What a
I do have
bummer,
it pre-ordered. I do have it pre-ordered.
no way.
I do.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I was telling
Man.
Katie this earlier on a phone call today, talking and ranting about this game. This should have been a $30 game. Okay.
Yes.
It does not look that great. It's very easy. I haven't really found any difficulty. It's like,
Yeah.
Okay, but at the same time, let's scroll this back a bit. How old are we?
Wait, before you do this, one quick update. Winner of the Best Original Song, What Was I Made For? From the movie Barbie, music and lyrics
Oh,
by
yes!
your guys' girl, Billie Eilish.
That was such
Billie
a good
Eilish,
song.
and I think it's her brother, Phineas O'Connell. Was that
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I hate
Okay.
to say it, but I
And
do
then-
like his music.
Okay, and then Best Original Score goes to, for music, Oppenheimer. Music by Ludwig Göransson.
Yeah.
Ludwig.
Göransson.
Oh, that was such a good
Yeah.
film score.
There you go. Continue with the
But
Barbie.
anyways,
How old are we, Ileana?
I get
Where
it.
we
I
are
get
being we are being snobs
I
to a
get it.
game that is directed, literally intended for little girls.
No, okay, and this is where I'm gonna stop you, okay?
Go for
I
it.
recently watched an Arlo video talking specifically on this point, okay? And Mario games across the board have always been family friendly. And I like this point he made. They're always family friendly. There is a difficulty level. Okay, even looking at like Yoshi's Crafted World, okay, it is a difficulty level that you can make easier, and they usually do that with like giving Yoshi wings so he can't fall, he just flies the whole time, so you don't have to worry about that. There's other things that make Mario games easier. There's even sometimes difficulty settings. In this one, there's nothing like that. You just get the base game at what it is, face value, and it was so simple, okay? You just go and attack with a sword, running at bad guys. No thought process whatsoever. It's just gonna be...
I'll accept that. Yeah.
But I wish there was some sort of challenge to it almost. And I know it's just the first 2 worlds that it gives you, and like maybe it gets harder or whatever as it goes on, but as it is now, it's a very simple game, very just button smashy, no challenge at all. So
I'll let you know how it goes.
yeah, please do. I can't believe
Another
I spent
update.
$60 on that.
Another update. Actor in a leading role. At this year's Academy Awards, the Oscar goes to Cillian Murphy for
Yay!
Oppenheimer.
Wow.
Good for him.
All right.
Go Scarecrow.
All right, last bit of news, okay? Before we jump into breaking down episode 3 of Avatar, is they just got the green light for season 2 and season 3. That's awesome. I love that.
That is awesome.
And the billboard that they posted on the Netflix thing, that was super cool. It had like the fire like breaking it down, like burning it, and it revealed Netflix, Avatar, whatever, season 2 and season 3.
Season 2 and season 3, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So that's...
Do you
Yes.
think that's it? That's it? Just those 2?
I was wondering the same thing. Yeah, they can just add on. They can make more episodes. Almost said
Which,
levels.
for us, because we haven't finished it yet, begs the question, where did they leave off in this season? We're not there yet, and I want to know. I know, it's so painful.
Gosh.
We gotta talk about this episode because this episode has a lot to talk. There's a
It
lot.
does.
yeah,
But
it
really
does.
quick, one thing we forgot to mention
What?
is that in addition to Avatar getting seasons 2 and 3, Rings of Power season 2 this summer. There we
Wow.
go.
Okay. I feel like it's been forever since we've watched that now.
Yeah, I need to go back and watch them. I've been wanting to anyway because it was a good show.
Yeah.
Fight me on that.
Ugh.
Fight me.
It was long. It was a long though.
Yeah, it was long.
It might
was
that
rough.
might be a good summer show to binge.
Yeah, I don't know if I can do this episode by episode week thing ever again. Oh, it hurts. So,
We need to, Ileana, you and I need to review the new Pokemon Horizons.
Pokemon Horizons.
Yeah, but not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet, because I haven't watched it yet.
It's so good. But we'll get there later. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the chunk zone.
So chunky.
But before we do that, if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, that means you are not a sibling yet, and that makes us sad, okay? We want you to have family, and we'll be your family. Sokka and I, we're your family now. So hit the subscribe
Don't be an
button.
orphan.
And don't be a
Dang.
Yeah, if
We
you're an
just
orphan
got
out there,
canceled.
join us. All right, we will be your siblings, okay? Hit the
Sibling.
subscribe button, and you become an honorary sibling today.
Mike
But
Tyson
anyways.
will be our sibling.
Sibling? Sibling. All right, let's go ahead and break down this episode. This was a weird one. Really weird. Very deviated from what we know.
I want to talk to the guys and be like, why did you
What are
go
you
in
doing?
this direction?
And Brian,
What are you
I want to know your opinion the most because I think Katie and I have already talked about it just a little bit, but I want to know what you think.
You guys are supposed to save that for the
We
cast,
didn't
man.
talk about
Save it for the
it.
cast.
We haven't talked about it.
Shut up. We did a little bit.
I don't remember.
So
It was intense.
here's the thing that one of the big things, like, how much did it cost to put this show together? How much?
I don't know. I didn't look at. Katie, look it up.
Alexa,
Like
how much
like
did
half
it
a
cost
bill?
to make
Half
the
a billy?
Netflix adaptation of Avatar: The Last Airbender? No, that's not correct.
Wrong,
That's
Alexa.
not-
You don't know
You're wrong.
nothing. Okay.
Well, all right. So Netflix, they put in a lot of money to make this show,
Yes.
but this episode in so many parts looks so cheap and bad. All I wanted was a wide shot of the cast in actual Omashu, and they didn't do that. Everything you see is close up.
I
Because
noticed
I want to
that,
see
yes.
them in the market. I want to see them in the market with all the people, but they never do that. They recycle the same background and
Yeah.
set over and over, just in different angles, so it looks different. But it's no like, can I please get one wide shot to know that this is an actual real place? But no, we don't do that because
It
that's
always
one of the
feels
things.
so
Those,
closed. So
and then to show, I like this thing, you know, this kind of thing I caught right away, and it really did annoy me about the episode. So to catch everybody up, Zuko infiltrates Omashu with Uncle Iroh. They're in there.
That sentence
They're
alone.
like, oh man,
It's so weird.
we shouldn't use our firebending because then everybody will notice and they'll turn on us, you know. So Zuko is like, I'll take Aang down without firebending.
Yeah.
So they do all these fun Jackie Chan kind of fight scenes, which I
loved
did
that.
like,
I
but
loved
it's
that.
but it's like, is the reason you actually did this not because of the firebending or because you realize it's so expensive to add the fire effects?
Yes,
Or you realize, man, if there's any fire at all, everything will burn. Okay, nothing is controlled. So it's like, why? Why even put them into the part of the story to use? Because there is no firebending. If you're gonna do the firebending, and if you're gonna have firebenders in Omashu, do fire. Don't have them just do some karate ninja skills. What the heck are you thinking? It doesn't make any sense. Why? Why would you do that silly, absolute nincompoop thing? I just. Why?
I'd love to watch this with Ryan and hear him start screaming.
No, because I desperately wanted to love this episode. I wanted to, but there's so many things that are like, why are you doing this ignoramus idea or direction? Why are you adding all these characters in one time? And you know what? I'm gonna say it.
Uh-oh.
You have diminished the power of Azula and Ozai. They're not threatening. They're not a big bad. They're supposed to be mysterious and deadly, and if Zuko can't even handle it, make him look threatening at all, I'm completely out. It's just, why? Why did you bite the bullet so fast? We're only in the 3rd episode, and you know what? Really quick, and I'll let somebody else speak. Ty Lee and May, cosplay, dude.
Yes.
Cosplay, bro. Holy cow. I thought they would do better than that. Dang, man. Dang.
May definitely looked like the Ember Island players character.
Oh
She
my
was cosplaying that
gosh.
way.
With her hair, with the hair thing?
It was
No,
so
Ty
bad.
Lee with the hair thing? I was like, seriously?
Yeah, they looked like cosplayers, unfortunately. Okay, so
Rough,
let's
man.
break what you just said down. They introduced a lot of characters, okay? So, in this episode alone, we have more Ozai. We introduced Azula, all right? And that was a weird introduction. Why is she underground with some other firebenders who are trying to overthrow the...
And then they freaking got smoked.
He got obliterated.
Wait, really quick.
Yeah.
Really quick. Update
Update.
for Best Director.
Okay.
Best Director.
Yes.
Christopher Nolan for Oppenheimer.
Okay.
Much deserved. Much
All right.
deserved. Go ahead.
Okay, anyways, so, sorry, Greta. I feel bad for Greta. But anyways,
Greta. Really quick, to answer your question, it cost $15 million to make each episode.
Holy smokes.
1-5.
So 8 episodes.
Woo!
8 episodes. It's over 100 mil.
Woo!
But where did it go? Where
Yeah.
did it go, man?
Oh.
Yikes,
But anyways,
dude.
Okay, so we have Zula, we have Ozai, we have the introduction of, what's his face? Oh my gosh, I forget. The Mechanist. What's his name?
The Mechanist.
But he has a name.
I just always call him the Mechanist.
Dad.
Okay. Dad. And then the little boy, I already forgot his
Tao.
name too.
Tien.
Tao.
Oh, Tao.
No, it's not
Sorry.
Tien.
Tiny Tim.
It's
and
we're gonna
Jet,
get slaughtered.
Jet, Longshot, Smeller B, the Duke, and Pipsqueak. Okay, May and Ty Lee, and what we saw at the very end, but was not announced at all, was buh-bye. We did not get any dialogue from him, but they said take care of this guy, and they removed him.
Now, I looked at the title for the next episode. I didn't watch it, but I looked at the next title.
Oh, you're cheating!
I know, sue me. And it's all about Boomy.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
it's gonna be in that one. But I was like, I was waiting for him. Like, I was thinking, wow, if they're gonna introduce Boomy right now, this would be like he wouldn't have any screen time. Like, what's going on? There were so many characters.
Yes.
It was hard to follow, and I'm like, what are you doing? Why, Teo? That's his name, Teo.
Pick a
Why
plot.
are you guys are in episode 17?
Yeah, you're at the
What are
very
you doing
end.
here? You guys are
Also-
supposed to be in the Northern Air Temple.
The Northern
What are
Air
you
Temple.
doing
And you know,
here?
and that would have been fine. That would have been fine if they just introduced them and nobody else. If it was just them and nobody else, and
But I
that
don't
worked
like
in the
that
story.
they're there. I like that Angus.
But
what the
since
heck?
they're already there,
Yeah,
stick to
then
one
that was
story.
the proper way to do it. But then Jet also being the guy who lets them into Omashu, and he's a freedom fighter who they're in the woods, but they're also in Omashu. They're the ones blowing up everything. They're trying to take out the Earth Bender. He's not the Earth King.
Yeah,
They call
wow.
him.
Oh, when you say it like that, it's like, who wrote this episode? Like, it's bad.
Who wrote it?
Like, why
Who
are
wrote
they,
it?
Why are they trying to hurt Boomy? Is what I want to know. Why? And why?
Because
are they
apparently
there?
He is
Boomy
crazy.
is like, he is crazy, but I mean, it's at least in the original cartoon, Omashu was always safe. It was still safe up to that point. You know, it was very secure, and up to that point, and in the show too, in the live action, it's still safe. They said, oh, there's a lot of corruption and a lot of
Crime.
stuff goes
They
unnoticed
did
here,
say
but
crime.
a lot of crime. But I didn't see any crime. The only crime is you blowing stuff up, bro.
Yeah.
It doesn't
And
make
I
any
don't know
sense at all.
If they're gonna be trying to blame that on firebenders, which I'm like, firebenders are not in this market. You don't see firebenders coming in. They've been keeping it safe. And also, Jet, whose side are you on now? I thought you were trying to take
Whoa.
down firebenders. Oh wait.
Whoa,
update.
another update really
Okay.
quick. Big one.
Big one.
Big one. Actress in a leading role. Winner of her second Best Actress Oscar, Emma Stone for Poor Things.
I didn't watch that.
Wow.
That's
Nobody did.
interesting.
Interesting. Go ahead.
I just want to know whose side is Jet on. What is his goal here? I think it's very confusing. I do like his conversation that he had with Katara. I like the way that the Duke, Pipsqueak, and Smeller B and Longshot all look. I think they looked great. I think Jet looked great. It's just very confusing right now.
I would have liked it if they did introduce Jet when he's taking them into Amashu, and then that's it. Then we don't see
Yeah.
him until the next episode.
I think that
Why
would've
didn't
been
they do that?
good. Yeah, that would have been good story writing. Keep us on.
That
the
would have been a
same
good
page.
tease. A good tease for Jet,
Yeah.
you know.
Sorry, I was gonna answer your question, and then my dog started going crazy. It was written by a woman. Christine Boylan. I've never heard of her.
Christine, you've got
Christine, get your life
you've
together.
got a lot of mishmash.
Christine, you done messed up. You done messed up, Christine.
All right.
How would he say her name instead of Christine? Christine. Christine.
Okay.
Is
so
there a
let's-
Christine
Let's
here?
break down the rest of this episode, all right?
Be Oiland.
We have the introduction of Azula, okay, at the very beginning of the episode. And she was super very weak introduction. Think about the way we see her in, what was that episode called? Oh my gosh. The Avatar State, all right? That's the very
The Avatar state.
That's the very first time we really
Yeah,
see
that's
Azula,
their first-
and she's introduced. And in that single scene of her talking to the captain of the ship, she is so intimidating.
Sets the tone up here.
To the
You know.
tides command this ship. Well, I don't understand. Like, where she's still mulling it over to throw her overboard, where the waves have already made up their mind, something like that. That's like, oh, dang, she means business. She's a scary 14-year-old. All right, don't mess with that, okay? This one, she was very not even present, almost. It was so, her introduction was so
they made her-
weak I don't know.
They made her look like a little girl who still has to do what her dad says, and she's still like being supervised by her teachers. Like, she's not the warrior princess, the lethal, cunning, the biggest threat other than Ozai that Avatar has.
In the defense of being watched by her teachers, she does have Lo and Lee. Where are Lo and Lee?
Yeah.
Where are they?
I
That's my
know
question.
Her teachers, but anyways, so we move on from there, and I forgot what comes after that. Do you guys remember?
Does it even
I just
matter?
want to say, look, again, at the end of season 1 of the animated episode, you were left on such an awesome cliffhanger of when Ozai commands Azula. We don't see Ozai, we just hear his disembodied voice and all the flames.
Yeah.
Can you imagine anything more scarier than hearing a voice coming from flames? And he's like, your brother is a failure. Iroh is a traitor. I have a special mission for you. And all we see is her face. And that's what we have to look forward to after the next season's done. And now all we get is kind of this, punky, type A kind of girl shooting arrows with her friends, talking about Zuzu. It's just like really bad forced fan stuff, and it's like the character is gone. Like,
Yeah.
she's robbed of any time to be dark or threatening or vicious,
Yeah.
or lethal. She's
They
she's
played
just
down
like
her
this little
character
girl.
so much. And she's supposed to be smart, like Katie said. And you said she's supposed to be smart and cunning, and she's, if anything, just like petty.
It's like she's already, instead of being said, I want you to go do this, you're like, stay here,
Yeah.
and do what I tell you. And you wait until I tell you, it's just...
And I don't think I have a strong opinion on Ozai yet. I think he's just had so little screen time, and it hasn't been memorable at all for me to go, oh yeah, I have an opinion on him. It's just kind of like he's not even there.
No,
as a
I've got
character.
one. I think he is menacing. He's just blowing people up. Wimbly bimbly.
Yeah, he does not
Like,
care. For
and
the
then
human
he
life
just
at
left
all.
their charred carcasses right there. Like, that's some Star Wars stuff.
Yeah.
For real. So I think, yeah, he is menacing, but he's not the focal point.
But why
at
are we
the
getting
moment.
it now?
Yeah,
I mean,
he's
I
not-
don't
he's
even
not the
know
focal
who
point at the
Aang,
moment, so-
I don't even know who Sokka, I don't even know who Katara are. Why
Yeah.
why should I continue to care about them at this point? They're
If you-
like Ozai is so far away. He is so far away from anything right now. They're not even close. Aang is not even close to even handling
not
him.
even
Why
water
should we
bed
now
yet.
even get to that point? Yeah, he's in water airbended yet. Can we at least fight Zhao first
Yeah.
and get to know
Zhao,
him?
Oh my
Zhao is the
gosh,
worst.
They're so undermining his character, and he's
Like, really
supposed
bad.
to be, like, menacing. You know, we make fun of him because he's like Zuko and he can't catch him, and he has the same. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get the Avatar. You know, I've been training for this as well, just like you have Prince Zuko. But he's like, oh yeah, I think I'm gonna send a little note to the Fire Nation. You know, and it's like, what? Where's the confidence that Zhao usually has, and the charisma that Zhao always has? It's sorely lacking.
Well, he doesn't have time. They don't have time to focus on Zhao because they're focusing on all these other characters that aren't even a
characters.
threat until later on.
They're not even supposed to be in this episode right now.
So, all right, let's keep moving on to when we get to Omashu. Y'all, we had another introduction character, the Cabbage Merchant.
That was the best. Me
It
and
was
Wesley
so
were
funny.
rolling. That was the best part of the
I love
episode.
that he is there.
It looked just like him too. I did like that. It looked
So-
just
And
like
that's
him.
the original voice actor.
Yeah, I was about to say. I heard
Is
someone
it really?
say it was
Yeah.
They
the
must
voice
have
actor.
they must have animated his own features because it looked
Yeah.
just like him.
I
Yeah.
love when they first
Or-
see him and he just has a cabbage. He's like,
Yes. Or they drew his character to look like it.
right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what they did. All right, the best picture winner of the Oscar this year, Oppenheimer wins best picture.
Yeah. that's-
Barbenheimer, both of them put together.
Barbenheimer. They like,
Yeah, you wish.
congratulations, both of you. You did it. You have been promoted.
So Oppenheimer won 7 Oscars
Oh my
at the end of the
God.
day.
That's a lot.
That's incredible. I mean, it's a
Pretty good.
3 hour
How many did
long
Barbie
movie.
win?
Come on.
It won like best song.
Did your movie that one movie you watched, did that win anything? Sorry, that's very specific. You watched it at the
A
very
movie I
end of last
watched.
year. Oh my gosh, the one by the Scorsese movie.
Scorsese's film did not win anything.
Nada. How about that Joaquin Phoenix Napoleon movie?
Napoleon?
Did that
No.
win anything?
That did
Why?
not win.
Why are you laughing at me? What'd I do?
Why'd you say Joaquin Felix?
I said Phoenix.
You said
Look,
Felix.
I'm gonna listen. To
I
it
do
back.
want to I want to talk about something that I think was a core error of this episode.
Okay.
The biggest core error is I don't mind that they split the characters, but Aang, Katara, and Sokka, we've only had 2 episodes of them all together as a trio. They're still should be getting used to each other. Like somebody said earlier, one of you guys said, Aang hasn't even at all once waterbended at all. And by now, he should at least be doing at least basic forms.
Yeah.
Katara should at least be doing somewhat basic forms at this
She's
point.
getting
And they're
better.
like so
I-
far
I-
beyond that.
I'd say she is getting better. She did stop the arrow that was about to hit Boomy. That was pretty good. That was some more character
Okay,
development.
again, but the point is that they're being split up, and that hurt the episode horribly, terribly. You have Sokka doing stuff here with the machinist guy, the machinist, excuse me. You know, Aang goes off with the kid
Leo.
to go look at green slime in the mountain, and then Katara is like just way off. Is way off.
But no,
with
you
the
make a
jet.
good point. You make a good point.
And it's like,
because
why aren't they still all together in this story?
Then we get a really awkward point where Sokka and Katara are arguing together, but we haven't even really gotten to know their personalities, like as a brother-sister combo, whatever yet. That them like saying,
disagree
"You're
with
always like this, Katara." I was like, what? Like we know that from the animated show, but we haven't really seen much of this here, yet. So I think it was a little bit odd for them to already be fighting. Like in the jet episode, you see Sokka's Sokka's instinct. And so that was a whole thing in that episode where, go with Sokka's instinct. And so Aang and Katara are making fun of him in that whole episode. And that gives us more character development for both of them. That Katara is very sympathetic. She's going to fall into any trap story, and she's going to just, fall into it and believe anything. Where Sokka's like, I don't know about that. So that whole episode, you had time to say and see both of their character flaws, or whatever you want to call it, or both of their character personalities, even maybe not even flaws. But in this one, it's like Katara fell so easily, and then all of a sudden, why is Sokka being so skeptical? Like, we don't get the Sokka's instinct thing there. So it's like he's saying, Katara, you're always like this. You always just jump into stuff. You never listen to me in something. When this is the very first time they're having this conversation. So
No, I see where you're coming from. I would disagree a little bit, just a little bit. Because they have been arguing the entire time. Since episode 1, they've been arguing back and forth.
I don't think so, though.
Yeah, go back and watch it. They are constantly arguing. Sokka is very sarcastic to her and undermines a lot of what she says.
I don't think they're ever
They do.
Where Katara's like, oh, let's do this thing, and then Sokka's like, no, let's not do that thing because of X, Y, or Z. I don't really see that happening.
Yeah, when she's like, we need to, right at the very beginning, when she's like, we need to, learn about this guy. He's like, no, he's a danger, and he's going to lead these people to us, and bada bada. So there have been a lot of arguments.
Okay, that maybe the animated series does it better in calling it out. And
I'd say that,
and
sure.
discussing those things.
Yes.
Where it's like, Sokka, I should have trusted you. You're the big brother. You have more life experience. Or, you were right. Which she does this in that one. But it doesn't feel as earned for Sokka because we have not ever heard that once before.
I can see that. There's
I don't
something
know.
else I was going to say. I just don't like the episode. I was really trying to be optimistic throughout. I just don't like it.
I would say it's not that I don't like it. It's that I think it could have been done better. It was still enjoyable to watch as its own thing. I would say, like Brian said, it needed some shots that were open up the scene. They were too closed off.
Yeah, definitely.
Many of them too up close where it's like, gosh, I'm feeling... Whoa, wait a second. I just remembered something. Hang on. Since when have the shoots or whatever, I just spit, in Omashu ever gone up? Did y'all remember that ever happen?
I did see
Yeah.
that.
I was like, why are they going up? And
They would.
earthbending
I thought they would
powers
use.
to send
They
them
use
up?
earthbending. They use
send them
earthbending
up.
to make them go up.
They never showed
Yeah.
that, and I was like, why are they going up? Gravity
Why
does not
why
work
wouldn't
that
they
way.
go up?
Gravity does not work that way.
No, but if you're earth bending, then it does.
They didn't show anybody earthbending them up.
Yeah,
You didn't
that's a
have
good
it.
How would
point.
you
I
know
noticed
that?
it.
You didn't have to.
No, I definitely was like, that does not look right because
No.
gravity doesn't work that way. They shouldn't be going up like that unless you saw an earthbender send it up. And I'm even doing the arm movement that they do in the show. Well, yeah, to send it up.
Oh yeah, I will give one good prop. Danny Pudi was an excellent casting choice
For who?
for the
Yes.
Mechanist.
Yes.
That was
Yes.
fantastic.
From Community,
And he did
yeah.
so good. He did so good. So props to you, Danny.
Except
Don't let this get you down.
He
Don't
had
let the caving get
eyebrows.
you down,
he
Danny.
had eyebrows, and that made me mad.
No, they were there were different pieces of them missing. They did a
I
good
needed
makeup
to-
on that. I
Just
did
like-
notice it.
Just like Zuko's scar, they needed to do a better job. Make it more animated. Make it more.
More.
Yeah.
Actually, less. Less.
Oh, yeah, less eyebrows. Take them away. All right. Anything else you guys want to add for this episode?
I have. Do you guys
again-
want a spoiler
go
that
ahead.
I've heard? I promise. I've only read this. Do you want a spoiler? This is gonna
Yeah,
make you
I mean,
angry.
it's all conjecture. It's all conjecture.
Well, it's gonna make you angry.
Wait, is this like legit truth law?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, I don't know, man. We gotta do a podcast. We're supposed to come into this thing fresh.
Listen, but everybody's already watched it, and they're just watching us be in pain.
I'll save it then.
Yeah, I don't know if I want it spoiled.
Write it down again that I have something that is aching that I know about the entire season.
Is this for the next episode or the whole season?
It's about the entire season that I'm like, why did you do that?
Okay, I feel like I gotta
Why'd
know.
you even say that?
I feel like
Now
you
I
gotta
feel
know now.
like I'm gonna be like, what is she talking about? Is
I
this
gotta
this? Is it that?
I gotta
It
know.
is, I'm not going to say what it is, but it is a huge thing.
Deviation?
In the actual, like,
gotta know
monumental
what it is.
deviation. And
Brian,
it's
are you
killing me.
consenting?
What?
Brian, do you consent to know this knowledge?
Nobody's ever asked me that before.
I'll keep it
Yes,
to
I
myself
can-
because
I
then
can-
we're gonna be on here
No,
for
No.
we
like
both
a
consent.
whole
We
other
both
hour.
consent.
Are you
Oh
sure?
my gosh,
I
go
consent.
ahead. Yeah, just go
Okay.
ahead.
I'm gonna break my pen.
Spoiler for all you guys out
I've
there.
got a pencil. I'm gonna break it if it's that bad.
Okay. It is truth that throughout this entire season, Aang never waterbends.
I broke the pencil.
Why?
I don't
Why?
know.
Why?
And I
They're
don't
supposed to
know
go to
how
the
he gets
North
away with
Pole.
it. I don't know how he gets away with it in the Siege of the North. If that's even in this season. I don't know if it's in this season. It could be in
Is
season
there
2.
even?
I don't know.
Does he firebend a little then? Like a tiny little bit?
He fart bends.
Just what? Why?
I don't know, but that is
Oh my gosh.
the
That's,
truth.
Why are we doing the things that we're
the
doing?
book is called Water. Oh, I'm hurt. Now,
Yeah,
I will
so
say,
when you were
I
saying-
will say I did know this already. I did read that as well somewhere.
when you were
Oh,
saying,
why?
gosh, Katara has been, waterbending just a little bit, but not Aang. Where's he? I'm like,
I was hoping it was a lie, truly.
Yeah, but even Katara's waterbending is like garbage. Like water
Dang.
whip.
gosh, can
yip,
you
yip.
waterbend?
No, but look, the waterbending effects when somebody gets hit with water, like they're being like, and it's like that doesn't look like it has that much force, man. You know, it's like, oh,
Maybe they're just shocked.
That was
like,
refreshing.
oh my
Thank
gosh,
you.
I wasn't
Flash.
expecting that.
Oh my gosh.
It's cold. It's
they're
cold in here now.
They're acting like they got hit by a waterfall. Like whenever you go to a water park
Yeah.
and you go under the waterfall thing, it's like.
Oh, and that's another thing that annoyed me. Katara was practicing the water whip, and she got it on her, and I'm like, why are you dry? She was
Okay.
dry as the desert.
And I was noticing, Katie, you were saying about this in the last episode. M. Shamalama Ding Dong. He made the water drip out of the water ball.
But
That
it
started
stayed
to
the same
happen.
size.
It started to happen a little bit. I was like, put those droplets back in that thing.
Oh
I need to
my
hang up my
gosh.
Zuko shirt. Like, do I
I'm
need to go
sweating.
burn?
You're sweating.
But you know,
Let's remain optimistic, guys. We still
I
have.
was about to say, this is the third episode. Maybe it's not the best. We do get a buh-bye episode coming up.
And I
that's
hear it's
gonna-
good.
That's
I
going to be
hear
a
it's
lot
good.
of earth bending, okay?
but at this point, I'm like, what? I mean, Boomy should have been the episode. It should have been the Boomy episode, not everybody else. No, nobody else. No Zuko, no Iroh, nobody. No
Nobody.
May, no Ty Lee, no Azula,
No cosplay.
no
May.
Jet, no Smeller Bee, no Long Shot, all those
And
guys.
It felt like,
You know what?
okay, wait,
Leave
wait, wait,
Aang,
wait,
Katara, and Sokka out too.
wait. Okay, so we're completely forgetting to talk about the very end of the episode as well. So now Zuko and Iroh are split up. Iroh said, "For the Fire Nation."
Oh yeah.
And that was really freaking cheesy. And like, where did that come from? Why? Okay,
Well,
that was
so
weird.
I think that leads into the spot, the part in
Or
what episode?
Zuko's
Where he has
gotta
to go
rescue
save
him.
Where no, it leads into the part where Appa is stolen by Zuko, and they start having the fight. Who do you want to be? And that leads to
Oh my
that
God.
whole conversation.
No,
they're
so
jumping
what
so
I'm
many
thinking is
scenes.
that's going to lead us into the what happened to your camera? Did you sneeze?
That's fine.
There you go.
I don't know why it's really so fuzzy.
Lead into maybe learning about Roku because he has to go to the island. Probably not though, because why would they?
Okay, so Zuko and Iroh are split up, and now Aang is being captured by Earthbenders. Okay, he was in the market and he was fighting Zuko.
He doesn't even mention Boomy. Like, oh, I used to come here all the time and hang out with my wacky
I
friend
thought
Boomy.
the same
So
thing
I'm
too.
gonna
Yeah,
think
that was
that
my
they don't know
bud.
each
We were
other.
friends.
I'm gonna think that they don't know each other, or maybe he doesn't know.
So, Avatar Aang, I am King Boomy. I will now teach you the ways of earthbending.
Yeah, so you can
You know,
defeat the
just-
Fire Lord. But I don't want to, Boomy. I'm scared of my responsibilities.
But first- Let's eat. You know.
Yeah.
I hear the
I
next
just-
episode is good.
I'm just
Fingers crossed.
I'm hoping.
I'm realizing that even remember we did our breakdown of the episodes, and even first one we were like, oh, these all suck. At this point, I'm like, god dang, these episodes, the animated episodes are so good, dude.
Gosh, I can't wait.
Because
to
at
watch
least
the
we're
Avatar
telling
State.
character, they had character
Avatar Day.
development like up the wazoo, dude. And
That's
they
usually where you
told a
keep your
concise
character
story.
development.
Up the wazoo, always. Now we're
And
like.
it's oh my gosh.
I'm gonna go back and watch Bato of the Water Tribe, the Fortune Teller, the Great Divide. I'm gonna go watch all the episodes I couldn't stand. What's the other one that I just said? Avatar Day. Yeah, all those ones. Boiled in Oil. That little dough thing. I always wanted to eat that as a kid. But anyways, yeah. But hey, that was just episode 3. Maybe it gets better. Maybe it gets better.
We got 5 episodes left.
Wow. Another thing.
Oh,
Why?
and
Why?
the collective-
Why?
The
Why?
collective thing, though,
What?
you know how it's very divided? People saying, oh, the show's not that bad. And people
Yeah.
saying, no, the show sucks. We can all come together knowing that there's going to be a season 2 and 3 and shake hands and agree they'd better not do Toph wrong.
She's gonna look like the Ember Islands player. It's actually gonna be a dude, and she's
It's gonna be
6'3".
naked John Cena.
My name's Toph. Yes.
Naked John Cena. All right.
Hey, aren't you supposed to be blind?
Aren't you? Am I
No.
supposed to be clothed?
I just had to scream at you.
There. I got a good look at you.
John Cena screaming at some kids. Ew. No, thank you. Anyways, that will conclude this week's episode of Bump That. Jeez Louise. All right, we had a lot of things going on. All right, we have our faces on the screen. Hopefully none of us picked our nose in that time.
No, just my dog's barking.
No one heard him bark. But anyways, yeah. And then episode 3, and what a roller coaster that was. Also, thank you, Brian, for the live updates of the Oscars. All right, that was very nice to know as well.
Sure.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, Greta. That sucks.
Greta.
Greta Thunberg. No, not that Greta. Anyways, we're going to be signing off
How
on yet
dare you?
another episode of Bump That. We've got Brian in this corner.
Episode 4. Yip yip.
You better be good, man. We've got KT down below.
I was gonna make a joke and I'm gonna refrain.
That's okay. Let's keep it that way.
Go on, just go on.
Oh, Brian's wigging out again. Audio. And I'm Ileana signing off on yet another episode of Bump That. And we'll see you guys in next week's episode. Bye-bye.
Bye.